I love watermelon. You know how else loves watermelon? Guppies and Plecos. Stand by. Fish room tour. Michael's fish room. Fresh fruit. It's gonna be a long one. Grab yourself a big bowl of fresh fruit, perhaps a glass of ice cold water, maybe even some water flavored with some, I don't know, watermelon or cucumber if you like that kind of stuff. I don't know, I just like my water plain, but stand by. All right, fishy folks, we're gonna start in the front of the fish room in the lower tanks. This tank, they were given to me as red cobras, and they seem to have a ton of babies, and then the babies just disappear. I'm assuming the parents are eating them, but I don't really know. I haven't really paid much attention to them. They're different than the red cobras I usually have, but you can see there's, you know, there's a little tiny fry over there. I don't know if you can see it. Like right there. Anyway, I've kind of just let this tank go, and all of a sudden I'd see, you know, 30 babies, and then 2 weeks later I'd see like 4. So I should probably pay more attention to it. These are the platinum whites that my boy Ryan Papa Rhino got for me. I lost the males that I had, but just before I lost another female, or the first female, she dropped a ton of fry, and here's all that's left. You can see I have 1 adult female from the original batch, and then the rest of the fry that are growing out. Looks like there was about 2 different batches in there. Also, I've kind of just let this tank go and let these guys grow up because I don't have enough to sell, so I'm kind of letting them do their thing. I will be focusing more on breeding, especially when the summer is over and I don't have the tubs outside to worry about. But these may be on the website before you know, winter break. We'll see. I know a lot of people have asked me about them. So this tank is a little dirty. Oh, by the way, I hope you noticed I've cleaned all the glass. That's right, folks. Every tank I cleaned. I'm actually trying out this new product, which I think is kind of funny, but Aquarium Co-op sent me this to try, Fritz glass and acrylic cleaner. The reason I think it's funny is because I don't ever clean glass. I think I cleaned it once and you guys like complained how shiny things were or something. So anyway, I've been using it in the fish room a little bit. I cleaned every tank today with that glass cleaner. It does a great job. It doesn't have any ammonia in it, so if you get it in a tank, it's not going to cause a spike. The mist, you know, doesn't harm any of the fish. There are no ingredients on it, so I don't know what's in it, but you know, if Aquarium Co-op is recommending it, it's got to be pretty good, I would think. Anyway, I'll put a link down below to Aquarium Co-op's website so you can buy it if you want to try it. But these are the red snake skins. These are back available on the website. They're some of my favorite guppies in the fish room. I'm not really into those fancy guppies, but these are just fancy, not fancy, if you know what I'm saying. Also, there's a breeding group of albino plecos in here. There are some big ones in here too. I have 2 different breeding groups of albinos, and these seem way more timid than the other group. But and this tank, you know, it's pretty much a disaster because of the mulm, because of all the overfeeding I do for the plecos. But these red snake skins are pretty spectacular. Check out michaelsfishroom.com for any fish you see in this fish room tour. All right, let's go back. Let's go down the row. Here are the blue metallic mosaics. Let me see if I can get a better shot from the top. I've got the Aqua Clear 70 on it right now, just putting in some work, cleaning up some extra extra mulm. Anyway, there are some adults in the back. There's a bunch of fry. These guys, if you remember, I got them as purple snowflakes. Snowflakes. And the first batch came out like this, and in fact when I got them they weren't purple either, so I named them Purple Metallic Mosaics with some help from my good old friend Doug Gray, who's about 107. And Even now, they're not breeding as they were before. There's way more red in the tails in some of the fry. I mean, they're still cool. I'm still selling them. I just want to let everyone know some of the babies might have more red than blue, so keep that in mind. These are the platinum red Dumbos. There are some fry in here. These are also on the website. These I got from a local breeder, and hopefully she has more for me soon. Look, there's a sponge filter not bubbling, not sponging, if you will. So I got to take a peek at that after I finish making this video. But there was some fry I saw in here this morning. Hopefully they're still hiding. You guys might be saying, is that a dead fry? No, I don't know what that is, but it's not a dead fish, although it certainly looks like one. But I don't think it is. So if you see fry in here, let me know. I can't see any right now, but maybe there is. This is a new strain in the fish room. You'll see that unboxing next. We'll just skip that for now. These are some rainbow mosaics I got from my boy Kendall from Otter Creek Aquatics. Kendall's a great guy, has some great fish. We've done business together before. These are offspring from the original original trio that I had that I sold him, which is, I think it's kind of cool. I had to buy them back. There's some fry in there just growing out, waiting probably, see there's a little tiny baby. Probably in the spring I'll have enough to put these back on the website because they're big sellers when they go for sale. If you've ordered these, they're on back order. Just shoot me an email. Let me know if you want to wait for them or if you want to sub something else. I know I have a couple orders pending for these, and it's going to be a while. So this tank right here, these are violet cobras I got from Mark De Niro at his store Pets Plus in Lawrenceville. No action yet, at least that I can see. There's also some chocolate plecos in there that I got. I sold a few of these. I wasn't really planning on breeding them, but I have seen some action in caves, so hopefully we'll have some chocolate pleco babies coming soon. These are my green cobras, and these things are growing like molasses. I mean, I don't know why they're growing so slow. There's a heater in there. They're getting well fed. They're getting all the water changes, but they're just growing really, 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 really slow. You know, there's a ton of hiding spots for them, a plethora of things for them to eat at any given time, but they choose to grow slow. All right, this is a black Moscow tank. There's a couple different generations of fry. I got these from a customer. I met her at a local shopping center just before COVID started. And, you know, they're doing well. Like I said, two drops of babies already. And just waiting for them to grow out. I know I have a lot of orders for these as well. This is actually my third tank of black Moscows because they're so hard to get. I just want to make sure I have enough to sell to everyone. Great fish and doing well. This tank are mutts that I got from a wholesaler that had Commonaris. And I lost, I don't know, 60 fish in this tank. So they're in quarantine. I haven't lost any in about 3 weeks, and I haven't seen any signs of the disease, although all those fish are kind of hanging out in the back. So, you know, I'm not really doing anything with these. I was kind of planning on nuking this tank, and then all these guys survived. So, you know, got to do what you got to do. These are a new fish in the fish room. My buddy Joel got these for me. These are koi albinos, and you can see they're really coloring up nice. He bought them at a local fish store to him, and they had some fry, and he brought me the fry. I don't know. Joel, how old are these? These are probably a month old. But I'm not a big fan of the albinos, but I do like the kois. These are really cool looking. You can see from the top. There's a lot of smaller fry in here. There's no adults, so I don't really have any hiding spots for them. I do have mulm for them to eat off of, and, you know, this regular box filter. But, you know, they're growing well. I feed the heck out of them. I feed them some of that turbo guppy food I got from Sweden, as well as the, we'll go over foods, you know, in a minute, but as well as a freeze-dried Cyclops and the Smart Teamia from Cobalt. Love those fry foods. Over here in the corner, we have red grass fry. These were fry that were born just before I put some females outside, and I have females that drop fry outside a month after this, and the fry outside are about this size. They just grow so much faster. These appear to be mostly females, although it's kind of hard to tell at this size. But yeah, these are just red grass growouts. You can see how small they are. So if you're going to order them, they're on back order. You know, we got about a month or two left before we're going to do anything here. Should we go left or right, folks? Left? Left it is. All right, let's take a look over here. I'm just going to move the stool out of the way. There's my heater that's off because it's hot. Here's all my food. We got the Japanese high quality Hikari Neo Pros. This is available on michaelsfishroom.com. Check out the website for prices. It can ship separately at a lower shipping cost, or if you buy fish, you know, obviously there's no additional shipping just for the fish. Love the Extreme Spirulina Flakes and Community Crave. Got these at supersickets.com. My boys, Martin and Lisa. Here's the Turbo Guppy food I got from Sweden. You can see it's about halfway gone. Actually, I just spoke to the young lad that sent that to me. We're going to do an exchange. I'm going to send him some fish food. He's going to send me some more of that. So that's kind of cool. And then we got the Northfin Flake. We got the Northfin Bug Pro. We got PRA Aquatic Shrimp Flake. Guys, this stuff is great. It smells just like shrimp. Pretty happy with it. It's bright pink. You know, and we got some other stuff down there. We got our meds. You know, whatever. All right, in here we have yellow cobras growing out, almost big enough to sell. I'm gonna let them go for another 2 weeks and then probably see how many pairs I have. Also some longfin blue eyes in here growing out, just a trio or 3 of them. I don't know if it's a trio yet. They're too small to tell. Over here we have some lemon blue eyes that I'm growing out that I got in a wholesaler. You can see them way in the back. Yeah, way in the back there. And also there's some red cobras in here from the original batch I had. And then of course we have some filters. If you buy a filter, there's some filters in there. That's what you'd get. All right, moving on. Red lace big dorsal from my original import order. You can see there were some fry-born and they're growing out in here. That's it. I had some longfin plecos in here that I moved to the other longfin pleco tank so I can consolidate. And, you know, we're going to let these grow out, see what the babies do, see how they look, and go from there. All right, let's go up in here. Here's a cloudy super red pleco tank. Simple tank, lots of, you know, driftwood and caves. And I've seen some action in the cave, so hopefully we'll get some babies soon, maybe the next big storm. But, you know, super red plecos available on the website. Longfin super red plecos, if you remember from my unboxing, there were long fins and short fins in the same bucket. So I've been selling short fins out of here as well as long fins. There's one right there, and there's one in the back. We've seen some action in the caves. Got some guys in there. There are some bigger ones, so hopefully, you know, a lot of caves going on. But I've been pulling the short fins out of here to hopefully just add long fins only in here, short fins in there. And then I took the red bond cobras that were behind me. I only have a trio left. I've sold everything else. I lost actually a bunch to the disease, but this trio is doing well. I just moved them today actually, so I got to get some floating plants or something in here. All right, here we have the longfin albino plecos and a couple of galaxy guppies. These are the ones that somebody sent me. That's all I have left is that pair. The longfin albinos are doing well. You can see there's some green beans from breakfast. I did sell quite a few, so if you're interested, you know, check out the website and buy them quick. You might be saying to yourself, Mike, why is the water so cloudy? Well, when you overfeed plecos, especially food that says won't cloud the water, like the Northfin kelp wafers, it clouds the water, which, you know, they probably expect you to feed 1 or 2 pellets. I feed 7 or 8 at a time, so these guys grow and make babies. All right, these are the lemon blue eyes I got wholesale. These are a little bit bigger. You can see them. See one on the sponge filter over there. Boop. Also, there are some, you know, I forgot what these guppies are. These are like, I forget what they are. They're red something. There's one ginormous female that I thought was going to drop about 1,000 fries. She hasn't dropped any, so. Red lace something or other guppy. I gotta check old videos and see what it says, but all right. New section of tanks here. These are red dragons. I got a bunch of fry. My friend Joel tried to help me out and got me a bunch of fish. But these are fry. Well, these are juvenile red dragons, so we're gonna let them grow out, see what they look like, see what they do. You know, I got the really accurate thermometer on this tank. Now, this was just an old tank I just drilled as part of the new system. Here we have some purple Moscows. These were a trade from a subscriber. I sent him some blue, some Japanese blues. He sent me these. Well, he sent these to me first, and then I sent him some Japanese blues. Hopefully he got them today. It's actually Thursday. You'll see this on Sunday, but I have some time to film, so I'm gonna film right now. So yeah, good-looking guppies. One of the females has a jacked-up bent back. Not too concerned, but let me see if I can find her. There she is. See, she's swimming a little funny. She got the bent back. But good looking males, nice clean tail, so pretty happy. These are some Santa Claus guppies from a different breeder, same breeder as the red dragons. These are pretty small. See if they color up, see what they look like. You know, we'll see. I don't typically buy fry, but you know, my buddy helped me out, so we'll see what happens. Black Moscow guppies with red worm. You can see I have kept the tank pretty clean and vacuumed. There's a couple left, but so far we only lost one male and one female total, which isn't really terrible, I don't think. So pretty happy. The quality is pretty good. Not too happy that they were sick, but you know, it happens. I'm sure he didn't sell them to me knowing they were sick, and if he did, he's an ass. But all right, let's take a look at the massive 90-gallon Mutt guppy tank that I lost about 300 guppies in. That's right, it got Camalaris, and that disease is bad. But with the help of a really smart marine biologist named Norm from Australia and some other folks, I think I've beaten it in this tank. I was very close to nuking this tank at least 3 times. I think the disease came in with one of the wholesale orders I got. And it's very transmittable, and it's very, very deadly. But essentially, it thrives in warmer water with... it's just bad. It's bad. But I've treated it, like I said, successfully. I've used Furan 2, which most people say may or may not do anything. And then sulfa. I used Sulfaplex. A little overdose of the Sulfaplex. And Equilibrium. I've added Equilibrium to the tank a couple times to add the minerals, because that certainly helps keep the fish more healthy. That's what the really smart guy, Norm, marine biologist from Australia, told me to do. He runs a group on Facebook called Cookie's Fish Room. I'm in there a lot. There's a lot of good people in there, a lot of smart people. A lot of people asking, you know, newbie questions, but we try to help them as best we can. You know, of course, if there's a really dumb question, I tell them so much, but, you know, that's how I am. There's also one Gibiceps Pleco in here. I don't know if we're going to see him. He likes to hide. I got that big cave in there for him, and then that big thingy over there. But anyway, if you remember how full this tank used to be, and this is what's left. I haven't added any guppies other than some from that wholesale order that I had, which I think is what brought the disease in. And anyway, long story short, I think I beat it. I probably won't sell any guppies out of here until the winter, just to make sure. There are still some guppies that are a little skinny. I don't know if that's worms. I don't know if that's from the disease. But, you know, I treat this tank for worms as well. That's why the food is up there, actually. So I remember to feed this tank and the Black Moscow tank. So that's the deal, folks. If your tanks get sick, do your best to save them. It's worth it. So, what in the hell is that? Do you see that? That bug. Is that a dragonfly? Where the hell did it come from? Holy crap. Well, folks, I killed it dead. It was confirmed Dragonfly Nymph. Those are the aliens that you have to stay away from. I have no idea how it got inside my house, inside this tank, but I will be tearing this tank apart later and making sure there aren't any more. I did see the Pleco, by the way. He was underneath the filter when I pulled the filter out to take that piece of crap bug out. He jumped off it, so I know he's in here. So Yeah, that was scary, folks. I kind of knew what it was in the back of my mind, but I was hoping it wasn't. I took a picture and posted it to my Facebook group, Michael's Fish Room, and people immediately said, "Dragonfly, get it out, get it out." All right, folks. We did this side. We did the middle. We did the bottom. Let's go do the middle. All right, here we go, folks. Bigger leopard from the import order. These are available on the website. Pretty nice looking fish. If you remember from the import order, I got most of the females died, but they sent way more females this time as replacements. Also, there are some Mutt super reds. They're super reds and calicos. I call them Mutts because I like the word Mutt. These are just growing out. I don't know if I'm going to sell these as Mutts or calico super reds, but we'll see. They're doing well, very healthy. Oh, I got some air problems here too. All right, angelfish. That's right, folks. Angelfish on the website now, available for sale, doing very well, very healthy. Didn't lose a one from the order. Speaking of air, I have a new air pump. You can see it up there. It's a linear piston air pump from Aquarium Co-Op. In all honesty, Corey sent this to me to try out. It's much, much quieter. It's half the size of my other air pump and almost as powerful. I'm probably gonna have to get another one because I do use a lot of air here. You know, I like long airlines and stuff so I can move stuff around, but very quiet and energy efficient. So, I mean, you can barely hear it running compared to my other ones. So, oh, those are new fish. You can't see those yet. Japanese blues, look, white labels, and look, yellow labels and white labels. If you have OCD, I hope it's driving you crazy. Japanese blues doing well. These are the purple haze guppies. I got these from a breeder, and I lost all the guppies but one female. And before I lost most of the females, some of them dropped fry, and they're doing very well. I'm waiting to see when they grow up, how they look, and what I'm going to call them, and you know how I put them on the website. But it's weird because there's two really yellow ones. Like if there was one, I'd say, how'd that get in there? But I think maybe they were just born that way. I'm not really sure. I will be taking them out, putting them in a mutt tank shortly. These are Cobra red half moon guppies and also short fin brown plecos that also had some albino babies. You can see there's an albino baby there. Oh, by the way, folks, watermelon. In this tank, which has guppies you can't see, there's plecos were born recently, and half of them are albino, half of them are chocolate, but are brown. But feeding some watermelon to the plecos. Plecos love watermelon. So do I, as a matter of fact. Cobra red half moons and plecos, baby plecos, lots of them, love them all. All right, folks, these are the yellow tigers, part of the import order that's available for sale on michaelsfishroom.com. There is some fry in here. I did just move something around because I noticed the airline's not working, and I was trying to see what's going on. But I did see some fry. I did surf some up. You can see some in the back. These are really nice looking fish, doing well. This is a tank full of snails. No, I'm just kidding. These are yellow guppies, yellow mackerel guppies. I got these at the NEC convention I did, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, and I was selling the poop out of them. And then I started losing them, so I stopped selling them, and I was down to like a trio, and now I have, you know, 100 guppies again. And also there's a ton of snails because there's plecos in here breeding and doing well. You can see them plecos on the wall, just browns. There's a nice big one on the back. Feeding some watermelon. So these are available on the website if you like yellow. Great guppy, very prolific, and very hardy now that they're cured. More plecos, just browns, eating some watermelon, just chilling on the knife. Got the cool stingray sticker. Also, we have some rainbow Moscows. Got these from my buddy Mark at Pets Plus in Lawrenceville. I don't know. They looked really cool in the store. I just bought a trio. We'll see what happens. And it appears I have fry. Look, fry already. I didn't even realize I had fry. It looks like they're a week or so old. They're big. Cool. I'm happy. Fry's good. Fire and Ice Platinums. Not too many left. I did see fry in here this morning. I got these from another breeder who got them from LR Brett's, and they were doing great, and then I started losing them, and I treated them. And I haven't lost any in about 2 weeks. So there was also fry in here before they started getting sick, but then they got sick, so all the fry died. But I did see fry this morning. There's some hanging in the weeds over there. So blue neons growing out. I know people have ordered these. This is what they look like. They're too small to sex, too small to ship, and that's that. So, you know, keep that in mind. Pink Flamingo Guppies and a poop ton of Plecos. Also eating the watermelon. There's some watermelon behind that filter. I don't know if you can see it. It's like right there. See the pink? Yeah. Yeah, we had some pink flamingos drop frying here. I have another tank of pink flamingo Growouts. That's pink flamingo Growouts. Checking out the Aquarium Co-Op sponge filter. I kind of like it. It's not a fan of the green, but I guess those are his colors. But I like it's very coarse, so it's really too small for any of my tanks. But checking it out. Also, we got some small filters for the, if you want to buy a seeded sponge filter, here's where they come from, just like the other tank. We got the China filter, the Expert Matic, the new black one. I know a couple other YouTubers have done videos on it, and opinions vary. I happen to really like it. It's pretty quiet if you set it up correctly, meaning the airline has to go outside and the power head has to be submerged underwater. If you lift the power head and it's not submerged, it's noisy. That's just how it is. But some baby Plecos. Here we have the short Fin Calicos chilling, eating some watermelon on my new Pleco Feeder. My buddy Keith from KG Aquatics sent this to me to try out. In 100% honesty, he gave it to me for free. I thought it was kind of gimmicky until I used it. It's fantastic, especially if you only have 1 or 2 tanks. Like, I couldn't use this in all my Pleco tanks because I have to buy, you know, 10 of them. So I just use a fork. But if you don't want to use a fork because your wife gets mad at you, or you don't want to get your hand wet or risk contaminating your tank, this is for you. There's 2 sizes. This is the small. There's a large that's a little longer. There it is, the Pleco Feeder. Check out KGE Aquatics. Keith is a great guy. He has great prices on plants and probably the best wood in the industry. Also, we have these purple Mosaic Dumbo ears. I know people are asking me. I get questions at least once a week. When are you going to put them on the website? Right now, I see 3 trios. 3 trios that I put on the website will sell in 1 day, I'm sure. So I'm trying to build up some stock, make sure they're breeding true and healthy. Like this female, I probably got to put in the Mutt tank because see how there's that red in the tail. We'll let her go for a little while longer, see how it turns. But I mean, just look at that. That fish is amazing. Amazing. Dumbo Red Mosaic Fireworks and longfin Calicos. Got these from Tamed Waters. Just growing them out, waiting for them to breathe. There's been a couple drops in here. And the longfin Plecos. So here's why the water gets cloudy, folks. You can see all the debris, all the leftover food from the algae. That's a blooper. You can see all the leftover food from the kelp wafers I dropped this morning. But I've been down here working, so the lights have been on. So they haven't really eaten that much. So that's why there's leftovers, folks. That's why. All right, moving to the top row. Home stretch, folks. Home stretch. Let me shut this light off. Now you can't say anything. Oh, okay, there we go. Here are blue Tux Guppies. Again, I know a lot of people ordered these. Here's how they look. They're growing slow. I'm sorry. I'm feeding the bejesus out of them. They're still growing slow. Panda Guppies. Black Pandas. One of my favorite guppy of all time. Import order though, so you know, just keep that in mind. I actually have 2 different suppliers in here, checking them out, doing great on the website. Pink Flamingo Growouts. Remember I told you I had 2 tanks? Here's the second tank. These are starting to color up. I anticipate in about a month I'll be shipping these again. Purple grass guppies, not really purple grass, not sure what to call them, but that female is getting harassed by all the boys. She's got to go hide. Soon enough, we'll have them on the website, maybe another month or so. We'll see how they look and what we're going to call them. Galaxy red and yellow lace guppies. These are now available on michaelsfishroom.com, import order. Doing very well. Actually, I haven't lost any of these. I'm very happy with my import order. Besides the losses we had when we got the fish, very few deaths after the fact. So I'm gonna say that's my fish keeping skill and nothing else. Yeah, right. All right, folks, Red Dragon Ribbon Guppies. There's a pair here. I don't want them. Make me a reasonable offer, and the first highest reasonable offer gets them. Okay? Be reasonable. There you go. Half black guppies growing out. Had some issues with these as well, losing fry for some reason, but these guys are growing out now. These are some more red mosaic dragons that I haven't paid much attention to, and there's really nothing to say. Jarwee Lazuli. Now, the Jarwee Lazuli guppies that I know are blue. These are the red variety, apparently. Still very cool looking guppies, but different than what I ordered or what I anticipated. So, available on the website. I do have some with more blue, but most of these are of the red variety. Red Mosaic Dumbos. Sorry guys. Red Mosaic Dumbos with a filter on it with super cichlid sticker. You can see the filter is getting clogged up, but trying to clean up some moam. How come I can't say moam anymore? These are the blue Jarwee Lazulis that I mated with the Japanese blues to see what the babies would look like. Just growing out. Tank's super clean because it's got 2 new filters in it. Well, I just cleaned some of the filters a couple days ago. Here's the second black Moscow tank. The third is a tub outside, which I believe has fry as well. These guys doing well. Hopefully in about a month we'll be shipping these again. Doing great. Metal black lace guppies going up on the website soon. There was just some fry born. I got these from Phil at Tame Waters, and then from one of the young lads that works for him sold me some more that he had that he was getting rid of. And once I have enough to sell, I will certainly get them up on the website. If you remember, I had blue deltas down in the corner over there where those new guppies are. I lost a bunch of guppies in that tank. By lost, I mean I sold them and then they didn't breed, and you know, there's like a male and a bunch of fry in here. And the water's cloudy because, you know, it's cloudy. I took what it was in here out, cleaned out a lot of the moam, and it's cloudy, but it'll settle in the next couple hours. I'm not really concerned, folks. Dark dragons finally gave birth, treated for worms for 3 weeks, and then a female dropped fry. So there's a bunch of fry. Actually, there was 2 drops. There's a bunch of fry in there, and there's some juveniles down there you can see. Again, once I have enough of these to sell, they'll go up on the website. Pretty excited. The last 20 long in the fish room, which is also a filter farm. But these are just a bunch of fry that my buddy Joel gave me, mutts, and some black mollies. I'm going to put these mollies upstairs in the angel tank. I got an algae problem up there that I'm hoping they're going to help me with. But I'm letting them grow out so they're bigger than the angelfish's mouths that are upstairs. So really nothing going on. There are some longfin Plecos. I don't know if you can see them. There are some still left in there. I left them to help seeding the sponge filter. So that kind of does it for the fish room tour. Lots of new stuff. Lots of stuff going on. You know, a lot of things, new things on the website, michaelsfishroom.com. I hope you guys check that out. And, you know, any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. This tank has me freaked out. I'm going to be tearing it apart and looking for dragonfly nymphs. And that's that. So, thanks, guys, for hanging out with me and looking at the tour. And buy lots of stuff on the website. These are some rainbow mosaics I got from my boy Kendall from Otter Creek.